Yeah, that's
Okay.
great.
Okay.
So, again, what's it like to be playing preteen, doing all the stuff after what you've all done?
What's it like being on the pitching?
Yeah.
Oh, I mean, I think it was a little worse last year just for the fact that I was 24 playing with 18, 19-year-olds at a junior college.
Right.
But now it's more acceptable. I mean, there's a couple guys on the team that are 23, so the age range is kind of closer. From the day I got here, the day I committed here, I had probably 5 or 6 people message me right off the start, and they were like, hey, welcome, and they embraced me with open arms. So I feel welcomed, and I love it, regardless of what my age is.
Picking up your first win, just how'd that go?
It felt great. My velocity was a little down in the fall, so I was a little worried that I was going to come out here and not be able to produce what they recruited right off the start. Drew put me in a stressful situation at my first appearance, just to get my feet wet, and things worked out. Zach Taylor hit the home run the next inning, which earned me the win, so it was big, and it all worked out, and I couldn't be happier about it.
You've had quite a interesting past before playing here at Illinois. Just talk a little bit about that and how that's prepared you for playing baseball here at Illinois.
I mean, right out of high school, I wanted to keep playing baseball. I also wanted to go in the Marine Corps. My heart wanted to do both. When I was being recruited into the Marine Corps, they told me I could do both. And I mean, looking back at it now, it's kind of funny because it's the baseball. There's no chance to play baseball in the Marine Corps. But as a 17-year-old kid, when I was already enlisted, I thought it was possible. I think it worked out for the best, though, because I mean, I matured more. I was able to hit the gym more. My body developed, and I got out. And I think I was, in terms of performance, I am better now than I would have been at the age of like 18 or 19 years old. Who knows what would have happened? But I matured more, and I don't know. I couldn't be happier with the route that I chose.
Is your arm stronger because of the time you were away from baseball? Is that possible, or maybe all the work you did? Are you stronger? Is the fastball faster? That kind of thing?
Oh, absolutely.
Okay.
Yes. So when I pitched in high school, I would, I guess, have what you would call a rubber arm.
Okay.
I mean, I never had arm soreness, no nothing.
Okay.
I felt great all the time. I took those 4 or 5 years off, and then once I started throwing again, when I got out, I would pitch, and I thought I broke my arm. Like it would be that sore. Okay. But there was more velo on it, so the arm was better, but it was recovering a lot slower. I mean, there was multiple times where I thought I was just going to stop and be like, hey, I just got to hang up the cleats. Like, this dream is over, you know. So eventually, working with Drew's great. Working with Bryce Schaefer last year was great. And then the Muskies and summer ball, I just developed better throwing habits, better mechanics, post stuff, and everything like that. And my arm feels great now.
Talk about the perspective of being in college now, playing baseball as opposed to being the service, being the Marines. I mean, what's that taught you? What are the things you've learned from the past that really help you now or make a difference now?
Like from the Marines to school?
Yeah.
I would guess just like a hard work ethic.
Okay.
I think in high school I kind of put academics to the side, and I was all about sports.
Okay.
For here, like I told Dan Hartlove and like I told Drew, coming here, I said academics is just as important for me as it is baseball. And I mean, baseball ideally is the reason why I'm continuing academics, but I take academics very seriously. And I don't know, just the hard work ethic of having the discipline to go to class every day, to do the homework, to go to study table hours, to go to the gym in the morning, to go to practice and give it 110%. So just that discipline that you get in the Marine Corps, translating it now to school, I mean, I think it just set me up for success rather than being that 17, 18, 19-year-old kid coming out and just being in college with no maturity at all.
You guys had a pretty good start to the season last weekend, too.
Yes, I'm very happy about that.
You mentioned, go ahead.
What was the meaning for you after this whole journey to get a win in relief? And I know that win isn't everything in pitching statistics, but that feels significant to you?
Yeah. He asked me a similar question earlier, and I was explaining to him. It was more so like I told him that my velocity was down in the fall. I wasn't the guy that Drew kind of recruited in the fall. My velo is down, and he probably wasn't he probably wasn't thinking this, but I kind of felt it off of him. He was just like, I don't know if this guy's gonna be produce what we thought he could produce, and I was just a little nervous about it. And I still didn't get my feet wet. First game, he put me in a tough situation. I think he was kind of questioning it too, and then he put me in there, and everything worked out. So I thought that was great. And the velo was up, so like I'm very happy with how it played out. It couldn't have went better.
So do you know why he put you in?
Yeah, I mean, he trusts me, but I mean, I don't know. We had a lot of guys sitting out last weekend, so I mean, we were kind of limited on pitchers. I'm not saying that's the reason why he put me in, but I mean,
I imagine you've been in some pressure environments, being in the military, and Marines, and all that. Is there anything that compares to the middle of a baseball diamond with inheriting runners on base?
I wouldn't say there's anything that compares to it all, but just in general, just stressful situations, problem-solving tactics, like stuff like that. I would say it's very, very similar, and that's what he honestly said to me. He was saying, hey, I'm going to get all the new guys in kind of situations that are controlled. He's like, but Harris, you're 25, so I'm just going to throw you in there. And that's exactly what he said to me. I'm like, okay, thanks, man.
Do you feel like military training helps you there?
Yeah, I do. And I think that as a younger, like in my early teens, if I would have not went in the Marine Corps and I would have went straight into baseball, I think that the whole like baseball is everything, like type mindset, like going into the Marines, I came out and I pitched, and when I'm sitting there on the mound, it's just there's nothing that is worse than this. You know, I mean, like this. Even if I have a bad outing, it's not going to affect me. Life goes on. You know, I'm not going to make the comment it's just a game, but you know, like there's more important things to worry about than having a bad outing, and I'm one of those guys that can shake it off and get back up there and give 110% the next time if things don't go my way.
Are the guys asking you all the time about experiences you have had? Are they, you know, they're going there in terms of, you know, things you've seen, that kind of thing? Does that come up much or no?
Yeah, I don't really give much on it. No.
Okay.
Yeah.
And was there anything you were ever in great danger in it, any time in your?
Yeah. See, I don't go into stuff like that. I don't say anything like that. I always joke with them. All the time they ask me questions like that. I'm just like, hey, I just had a computer job, and they still question it to this day. So
they don't know exactly what you did.
They don't know what I did.
Yeah.
What's the dynamic of being 25 with guys that are as young as 18 and 19? How do you like being teammates with them?
He also had a similar question earlier. So I said that last year was a little worse. I was at a JUCO. I'm 24 years old. There's 18 and 19-year-olds. I think that barrier was kind of a little different than here. Here we have a couple guys that are 23, 22, and then obviously we have the 18, 19-year-olds. So I like it a lot more here. Like I was telling him, once Drew recruited me and once I committed here, I had like Jack Yalowitz, I had Ryan Thompson, and then a couple others message me on like Instagram, and they're like, hey man, welcome to the team. They embraced me right off the start, and then I got here, everybody was welcomed me with open arms. They had normal conversation with me, like they didn't treat me like an outcast or anything. So I mean, this team, I don't know if it would have been the same for any other D1 school, but this school, I'm so happy I chose here because of how the guys embraced me when I first got here.
Is this part okay, the media part? Not, you mind us, you know, talking to us, is it a big deal or not a big deal?
No, I don't mind.
You know,
yeah.
And have you ever, are there other guys that have done what you're doing? You know, guys that were veterans or whatever that came back, went to colleges. Have you found anybody like that was similar?
So I got two guys, which is weird because I have my roommate right now. He plays at Parkland College.
Okay.
And he's 25 years old. He actually had Tommy John a couple months ago. I think maybe 6 months ago we had Tommy John.
Okay.
So he's recovering. He's just on Parkland pitching staff. He's just rehabbing and everything. But we live together and everything. He's going to try to find a school for next year. Okay. He's still looking for a school. He pitched at a school down south, a junior college last year.
Was he in the service as well, though?
Yeah, he was in the Marine Corps.
Okay.
He did 5 years. I did 4.
Okay.
And then another person, we have Lab. You know Lab? He played at Bradley.
Yeah.
Okay, so he was good friends with Chris Raleigh. He pitched for Toronto Blue Jays last year.
Okay, sure.
And he was in the Army. And I guess they're really good friends. So he texted me the other day, and he was just like, "Hey, how's it going? I heard your story's very similar, and everything like that." So, I mean, I loved it. I enjoyed it. So,
Anybody up ask you to buy a beer or take a, you know, you're that old guy. You can do whatever.
Oh, no.
No, not doing that now. And do you have family?
Yes.
Wife or kids or anything?
Oh, no, like that.
Okay.
No. I have a girlfriend. That's about it.
Okay.
My mom and sister are back home.
Right. They're not far from here, right? A couple hours?
No, yeah, hour and a half.
Hour and a half.
North Beecher. Yeah.
And did you have opportunities out of high school to go play college baseball anymore? Was there a chance to, or no?
I was explaining that to somebody else the other day. So I played on varsity all 4 years in high school, and I enlisted my junior year in the summer.
Okay.
So I was 17. I'm not allowed to sign because I'm not 18. My mom had to sign for me.
Right.
So I think junior year, maybe people were like talking to my coach and everything, like, hey, we're interested and stuff like that. But my senior year, I'm sure maybe somebody asked, and he was like, hey, he's enlisted in the Marine Corps. So they never reached out to me. But I personally was never reached out to in high school.
Okay.
But I've never really talked to my coach about it to see if teams were interested.
But you obviously, like you said earlier, you got a lot better. You've gotten a lot better. You physically gotten.
I mean, Beecher's a small school, small conference, stuff like that. I mean, I had very successful years, all 4 years of high school. But like I said, I don't know if anybody reached out or anything.
Right. You can obviously get a degree and all this stuff. What's the end game for you? What would be the dream in baseball for you? What would you be?
To play pro ball.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's the next goal.
Yeah.
What do you got to do to get there?
Have a successful year this year. I'm sure if I have a successful year this year, that teams would jump on it right away because I don't think they're going to wait for me to get any older.
Right. Your time is a little, the window's a little shorter. Yeah. But you could be here another 2 years.
I could be here this year and another 2 years, so I could have 3 complete years here.
Are you thinking pro ball first, or life first, or get the degree first, or what's kind of the order?
Drum up pro ball as soon as I can.
Okay.
Give that a shot. I've talked to Coach Hartlev and Drew about continuing playing here if things don't work out with pro ball.
Sure.
And we're kind of playing it year by we're just gonna see what happens because we don't know exactly. I wouldn't say like in terms of academics. I kind of lost a year coming here. I should be like a junior academically.
Okay.
And then I came here, credits didn't transfer. They didn't have my major. I want to do criminal justice. I'm in communications now, so I'm technically a sophomore. I mean, so we're still trying to figure all that out, playing it year by year. Do
you have a favorite player? Is there somebody you really kind of look to as your idol or hero in baseball?
No, but I would probably say, if anything, it'd be Chris Raleigh. Okay. I mean, that's the guy. I mean, me and my roommate, we always talk about him. That's the Army veteran that I think he got released, but he pitched for Toronto last year.
Sure.
Yeah. When people hear you're a veteran, it commands a lot of respect and honor. People say maybe to you, "Hey, thank you for your service." How does that sit with you when you hear that, get that kind of response?
I don't know. That's kind of like we always talk about it. Me and my friends that serve. It's just like that awkward. Like when they say thank you for your service, we just say thanks back. I mean, I acknowledge it. I like when people say it, but I'm not offended if people don't address it. It doesn't. I mean, I signed up. It's not like I was drafted or anything. I chose to do it. I knew what I was getting myself into. So I mean, I don't really expect people to say it. You know what I mean?
Thanks for your time.
Yeah,
I'm good.
Great meeting you.
Yeah, thank you.
Thanks.